Hello and welcome to the United Stand. It is your Manchester United Transfer Daily, giving you all that real transfer news. Real transfer news, that's wrong. Giving you real fan opinion on all the latest transfer news. I think some people need some clarity on that, by the way. I've read a lot of your comments and people are saying, oh, you're just talking nonsense, Mark. The whole point of the show is to talk about the nonsense that's out there and give it that real fan opinion. Most of you know it, but some just need a bit of education. Anyway, let's fly into it. I'm not going to name the man who everyone wants us to talk about on the show today, and I guarantee you I will get through the whole show without mentioning a certain somebody who hopefully will sign this morning, otherwise he can't play against Burnley. Anyway, that's not if he's not signed overnight, which I don't think he will do, to be honest. He better not have signed overnight anyway. Imagine if he had. I mean, we don't even know. Anyway, Dybala, let's start off with Dybala. Dybala. Manchester United obviously feel that their fans feel that we can sign anybody at the moment. And I think that is a good way to think. Jose Mourinho signed his new contract. We're about to sign a certain somebody from Arsenal. And I think we will make stellar signings again in the summer. Dependent on who takes that number 7 shirt from maybe the Arsenal player will, maybe he won't. If he doesn't, then I think it leaves it wide open for people like Griezmann, Bale, Ronaldo. Possibly a Dybala, but would you get Dybala if you've already got the lad from Arsenal? I think you would. I think we need a bit of depth in there. I think we need more creativity centrally, whereas the lad from Arsenal may want to play on the wide, on the right or the left. And yeah, Dybala and Griezmann are names that have been mentioned. I think Griezmann will probably fall by the wayside if the number 7 shirt is given to the Arsenal lad. In relation to Dybala, Juventus would be reluctant to sell him, but the latest from there is that if Dybala wants the move, and remember Agent Pogba's sort of been working on this a little bit anyway, if Dybala wants the move, then he will have to hand a transfer request in. So he sort of hinted that a little bit a couple of months ago anyway, when he said that he doesn't necessarily see his future at Juventus forever. Dybala would be a great name for Manchester United. If you're asking me now in January 2018, I don't think we'll end up with Dybala. I think we're more likely to get Ronaldo, as weird as that sounds. But obviously he would be very, very welcome at Manchester United. Another player I want to mention is Seri from Nice. French, not French. He's playing in French. He's playing in France. He's not playing in French. He doesn't run around speaking French. He is from Ivory Coast. He's 26 years of age. He's 5'5", and he's suddenly comes to the forefront over the last 24 hours because Man City would like him, Chelsea would like him, PSG would like him. Barcelona nearly got him last summer, but they got Paulinho, and I think Arsenal would like him as well. What sort of player is he? Well, they call him like the next Kante, but I mean, he's not a kid. He's 26. He's been around for a little while, and at 5'5", I think a lot of people, that's pretty much why people relate him to N'Golo Kante. But in all honesty, I think he's got a little bit more to his game. I mean, I am not going to profess to you that I've watched countless Nice games, because that would be a lie. But I have seen bits of him, and yeah, he can break up the play, etc. But I think he's got a little bit more to his game than Kante in the offensive way. He's good at passing and he's good at dribbling the ball, and he can put a tackle in, but he's not really a defensive destroyer. He's got a little bit more to his game. But I don't know whether Mourinho would like his heights, but apparently £35 million release clause, and United are leading the race for him. It's literally something that's only happened in the last last 24 hours. So we'd see about that. I just want to mention Lassana Diarra as well, because he's a free agent, and apparently he was flying into England yesterday, and a lot of people were sort of saying that Manchester United might be doing a deal for him. It'd be a weird one. It would be a weird one to do that. I mean, he must be 33, something like that now, and he's played a lot of Premier League football. Was it Chelsea, Arsenal, Portsmouth, amongst others? As a stopgap, maybe, but I think Mourinho likes experience, but that may be a little step too far as I'm concerned. Got lots to get through today anyway. Tractor. Well, Tractor's the signing we made yesterday. We're all waiting for the number 7, I nearly said it, the Arsenal lad. And United pull a Tractor onto the pitch and announce a new signing, which is basically a link up with the Tractor firm. I mean, the possibilities are endless, folks. If Manchester United can do sponsorship deals with tractors, imagine you can do anything. Noodles, toilet paper, Cardi Isa, anything. United can do anything, and as a business we pretty much will. And if it brings money into the club so that we can spend loads of it on players, then and it boils the urine of lots and lots of anti-United journalists, then you know what, that is absolutely fine by me. So that's what Tractor's got to do with it. Also want to touch on a little bit about De Gea. He has given a few quotes, and he said that he's very happy at Manchester United. He was asked about this potentially new contract that he's going to sign. The situation with De Gea is his contract isn't up until 2019, effectively. It's the end of next season. And then we've got a year option. So I think we've got 2 years left with him. So that'll be 2020. 2019 is when the contract ends, but we've got the option of a year because we're clever with our contracts, Arsenal. We don't let them run down. And yeah, De Gea would be looking to extend apparently, but he said there's no reason to talk about the future at the moment. I'm happy where I am. So, you know, it doesn't look like there'll be a new contract signed any time before the summer, but hopefully we will sort that out. I like to comment by Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's a player I've stood by pretty much in his whole time at United because I do know what sort of player he can be, and I think he's gradually getting back to that. I don't think his performances over the last week have been as sensational as some people think. I just think they've been good in the context that he's been out for a long time. He's playing a regular run of games. He's getting fitness. He's getting sharpness. And I think by about, you know, February, end of February, I think he'll be hopefully back to his best. But what I really liked about Luke Shaw was the comments he made yesterday about Axel Tuanzebe, and he said that he's just a sensational player and the sky's the limit, which is basically what a lot of us have been saying on the United stand for a long time. McTominay's the one who's been getting the game time, but Axel Tuanzebe, when you remember him last season when he played those last few games and he put the Arsenal lad in his pocket at the Emirates, hardly played this season, and I think that's something Mourinho, he hasn't made many mistakes this year, and I think the lack of game time for Fosu Mensah last season and then this season with Tuanzebe is a bit of a shame. So hopefully Tuanzebe will get out on loan this month because he's ready. He should be playing games, and obviously Luke Shaw has verified that he's a fantastic player, which he certainly is. So I would like to see Tuanzebe getting more game time, and certainly very, very, very positive that he is given being built up, really, I suppose, by players within the squad. Gareth Bale's made a comment that apparently, well, he's not made a comment because obviously it would be major news, but apparently Gareth Bale has said that he's coming to Manchester United in the summer. Look, what I'm going to say to you is what I said to you last summer. Manchester United can do anything. You know, Neymar went to PSG last summer, and for a little bit, I thought United might go in for him because we could have gone in for him. We just didn't want to spend £200 million. But we could have been in that race for Neymar. And if Ronaldo becomes available, we can be in the race for Ronaldo. And if Bale's available, I think we'd be right at the front of the race. And if Griezmann doesn't go, if Griezmann's leaving, we'll be at the front of that race as well. And the same with Dybala if he leaves. Whether we win the race is another matter. But United can do what they want to do. I think when this lad comes in from Arsenal, it probably limits the amount of attacking players we will bring in the summer. I couldn't imagine us getting Griezmann and Dybala, or Ronaldo and Bale, or Griezmann and Bale, or whatever. I think it would be one of those players that would come in. I don't really see a Lukaku type signing around at the moment, and Harry Kane's not going to be coming to Manchester United. So predicting who that attacker is going to be for United in the summer is, relatively straightforward if transfers are straightforward. There's no sort of up-and-coming striker that you'd go, yeah, United are going to go for them, or up-and-coming number 10 that they're probably going to go for. Of course, we could move for somebody like a Forsberg or someone like that, or maybe a shock signing like an Eriksen from Spurs. But reality is, I think you're not going to go far wrong with Bale, Dybala, Griezmann or Ronaldo, and what a four to pick from. And I wouldn't be surprised if we just went and got one of those in the summer. And then with what we're about to do with the Arsenal lad, that will be us. And then we'll improve in other areas. I think the midfield area is going to be the most interesting. I mean, what are we going to do in that midfield area to improve? Hopefully we're going to sell Fellaini. That'll improve us. Carrick will probably retire. So that's 2 spots gone. McTominay I don't think will be quite ready. So then you're left with Matic and Pogba and Herrera if he stays. So United are going to need to bring a midfielder in, and I think as you look at it at the moment, who would that be? I mean, we're getting linked to people like Toni Kroos. Well, is he going to leave Real Madrid to come to United? If he wants to and he's available, then yes, we would. But Interesting thing on Ronaldo, you know, people. I did the video yesterday, and a lot of people are like, oh, he's not going to come to United. He's not going to come to United. Shut up and all this. And I totally understand that. Apart from the abuse, I understand why people would say Ronaldo is not going to come to United. But there was a poll done by AS in Spain yesterday. 67.5% of Real Madrid fans want Ronaldo to be sold. This is why, you know, Ronaldo's not stupid. I think, you know, he's probably had enough. He probably has had enough because he is their greatest ever goal scorer, but this is Real Madrid fans for you. They've got no class. They've got no respect for their greats. They're a soulless club, and Manchester United aren't. We aren't a soulless club. So it is interesting as to what might happen around that. But I've got through Transfer Daily without mentioning the lad I nearly did then. But hopefully he's going to resign. He might have signed by the time you've seen this video. We want him to play in the game against Burnley on Saturday. Preview tonight at 8 o'clock will be, hopefully, the preview's been kept back to 8 o'clock tonight to 1, take Mourinho's press conference comments, and 2, hopefully have Alexis Sanchez part of the prediction team we're going to do, and we can talk all about that. I hope. It's an interesting day ahead. It really is. Thanks everyone for watching. Drop a like on the video, and as soon as our man signs, we will go live. I can't wait. And please, today, we can't drag on any longer. Please, today. Thanks for watching. Speak to you all soon.